I actually for a very long time used to go topless, but see now I've got a wee one. I'm a little bit like, as he gets older, is he going to be like, why are you just lying about the buff? And you know what, actually I probably shouldn't bother, because do you know what, all bodies, human bodies are wonderful things, and I would like to teach him that. Hi, I hope you're all well. If you are new around here, then hello, it's lovely to meet you, and if you're returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name's Alanna, I'm a 36-year-old lady living in Scotland, and that is where my accent is from. And on this channel we predominantly talk all things beauty, skincare, lifestyle, travel-y, bloggery, vloggery bullshit, with a sprinkling of sarcasm and cynicism thrown in on top. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, there's a little subscription button in the corner, give it a thumbs up to all that other YouTuber crap. This video is going to be me trying on some Tesco swimwear. Normally what I do with my wardrobe and clothing and fashion and all that kind of stuff, I cycle my wardrobe. So I put everything autumn winter away into storage at this time of year, and I bring out all the spring and summer stuff, and it reminds me, oh, I've already got something like that, oh, I've tried that before. So I don't do hauls like this all the time, I don't do big fashiony hauls all the time, but since having Jack, I feel like, you know, there's 9 months that you're pregnant, you don't really buy new clothes. But since then, my purchases have been really few and far between. Until, maybe I want to say the last 2-3 months, I've spotted things that I've really liked. I bought some beautiful kind of wide leg trousers. I love these dad style trousers that are in at the moment and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we've booked a holiday, right? Last minute holiday, and I don't remember the last time I bought a bikini. I bought an all-in-one swimsuit last year, I want to say, but actual bikinis, I don't remember the last time I bought them. So I put it on Instagram because I went into H&M, Primark, New Look, Next, Marks and Spencer's. I was in every high street shop imaginable, Zara, all that as well. And I have to say, I was so disappointed. I just was like, what is this? Primark was the worst, I'm not gonna lie. Primark was basically like, Love Island, you're 18 years old and you don't have a scratch of fat on you, or it was either 80-year-old and you're getting ready to step into the coffin. So I put a question out on Instagram to ask you, where are you shopping at 36, 37, 40 odd years old? Because I feel like the 30 to possibly 60 age range has just been forgot about completely and utterly. But a lot of people did say to me that Tesco were really, really good. Also Cup Sheet as well, which I have got a video coming up. I'm waiting on the delivery, I've made an order. So I will let you know if they're any good as well, because it's always worse when you're buying online as well and you don't know like what the fabric's like, is it any good quality or something like that. So I will let you know about that. But this video is going to be 4 or 5 bikinis from Tesco, what I think of them, am I going to keep any of them? And also I have one from Primark. There was one that I picked up in Primark and I thought, well, I'll take that home and give it a try. Let me tell you about my sizing. I am an absolute average pair size. I've got my jammies on, what can I say? But I am about anywhere between a 12 to 16 on the bottom, depending on the shops. And on the top half, I'm definitely a kind of average size 12. But because I don't have a really large chest, I'm a 34C in the chest, sometimes I can fit a 10 in some bikinis and sometimes it'll fit a 12. A lot of people that I spoke to on Instagram were talking about support for larger boobs and like getting more support for the bust and things. That's not an issue that I have. So I wouldn't want you to come here thinking, am I going to be able to give you that kind of feedback? Because honest to God, there's not much going on here. Not much going on at all. 34C sounds like a nice average size. I am happy with my size, but it's not something that I feel like I need to wear a bra all the time. I am quite happy going braless some days, and I know for some people that won't be an option. However, I do have nice big hips and an absolutely huge bum. My thighs are massive as well. Sometimes I buy things in a size 14 and the waist is a bit gapey. I can't get them up over the hips, and if I really force it, then the waist is really baggy. So my issue is the bottom half of me. I am a definite pear shape. Now in Tesco, they do some of their tops in bra sizes. So this one here is actually a 34C, but the bottoms are all kind of your average like 12, 14, etc. And I picked these one up, so I'm pretty sure these ones are a 12 actually. I would have picked these up in a 14, let me just check. Yeah, they're a 12. I would have picked these up in a 14, but they didn't have them in the 14, so that's why I picked them up. Now the reason I'm showing you these pants is because these are these kind of high-waisted style pants. And actually, when I came onto Instagram the other day, this was the kind of style that I was talking about, that I'm not really into it. But Primark with your thong practically at the front, how anybody is wearing that without some fucking lip slippage, I have no idea, because I'm telling you right now, I'm no dental floss in the front of me. These are like a full brief. Now I have picked these up because I love the colour, I'm going to give them a go, but for me, sometimes a full brief like this is actually not the most flattering thing, and that's my personal opinion. You might watch this and think that's really nice, Alanna, and that's absolutely fine. You might wear things like this and you love that style, great. All I'm saying is, when I wear things like this, I find it to be less flattering on my shape. I don't have a particularly long torso. I think if you're like 6'4" and a size fucking 8, yeah, anything's gonna look good on you. So I try and buy things that I feel comfortable in and what I think I look good in. Okay, so I've popped the top on. I really love this little detail here. Also, because I don't have a huge bust, I quite like something that maybe does have a little bit of a lift and a push and things, because I don't have too much going on up here. The only thing about this one is I feel, I mean, it's not bad. There's a little bit of kind of here, even though it's a 34C, I feel like it's a little bit tight in this area, which means this is overspilling a bit. It's not the end of the world. Don't fucking worry about things like that. Just enjoy your holiday. But I'm just letting you know, in case, because if you're someone who's got a larger chest than me, even if you're buying this in a like a 36G or whatever it is you want, then this area here, if you have a large chest, there might be overspill on this side as well, just to let you know. But I really love the colour of this. I really love the detail as well. I do have my own pants on, so I'm going to try on the pants now and leave the sticker in too, because don't be gross. Don't be gross and like, no. Leave your own pants on. So, I've put the pants on, right? They look okay. But for me, as I say, this is supposed to sit like this, yeah? And for me, I feel like with the shape of me, I'm hoping you can see, it almost accentuates my biggest bit here. I quite like this bit to be where the split happens in my body, because I feel like when it starts here and ends here, then the largest part of me, my thighs and my hips, is kind of all out on show. The other thing I will say about one of these big styles like this is, I personally feel like they're really well made. I mean, if it was a cheap swimsuit, then maybe it wouldn't feel like this. But when it's the high-waisted ones, they've got really good seams. They're really heavy seams. And for that reason, it almost digs in to my bum. Now maybe that's because I got these in a 12 and I could have got them in a 14 and they would have fit a little bit better, but it almost digs in the areas where I don't want it to. I quite like the tanga style, you know, the ones that you can tie yourself. Because my hips are that wide, it gives me the option to how loose or how tight I need them, and I feel like it doesn't really draw attention to these areas that I don't like. I know other people will be like, you look fine, what are you talking about? But everybody has their own body hang-ups, and personally, this style of a swimsuit, I just feel doesn't really flatter my figure. Again, we shouldn't be worrying about whether or not something flatters us. If you like the swimsuit, fucking wear the swimsuit, that's fine. For me personally, this is what puts me off. But if they done this in like a smaller style of brief, and I'm not meaning like boy shorts, I mean like if they were just this kind of a shape, I would prefer them. I would just prefer them if they were that kind of a style, but unfortunately didn't have it, which is a shame because I think this is really nice. I'm looking in my mirror. I think the colour is gorgeous. I think the shape of the bra, absolutely beautiful. Very nice. And I like that it's like a full strap as well. And what I also love is you can just pop them down, tuck them in, do whatever you like, because I don't like to have tan lines. I'm a wee bit weird like that. That was the other thing. Some people were kind of sending me things over and saying like, oh, these are lovely, these are lovely. And I was like, there's too much going on in that top for me, because I would have to like take all this off, straps at the back, if there are loads of crisscrosses and things. I don't want all those tan lines. I just want a nice little strap that can drop down or undo around my neck so I can get a tan. That's all I want to do. And I still wear my SPF, but just so you know. So unfortunately, I think this one is going to go back. This style is not for me, even though it's a nice swimsuit. I just wish it had a smaller brief with it. Now the next one is kind of similar to the orange one, except it has this nice like twist in the middle. It's like, I don't know if you're going to see that on the screen there, but it's like got one of these crisscross twists rather than like a bit round the middle, and I thought that was really nice. And its strap is like a halter strap instead of two straps. You'll see it when I put it on, but they only had this one in a 36C. I couldn't get a 34C in it. I thought, let's try it, let's give it a go. But the bottoms to this one I could get in a 14, which was really good, but also they are the tanga style that I'm talking, is that what you call them? I'm calling them that, I don't really know. They're the tie side style, that's what I'm trying to say. So I think I'll have much better luck with these ones. Okay, so I really like this one. Now maybe you'll disagree with me, maybe you feel like this is too much stomach on show, maybe that's your problem area, your non-comfort area, maybe you think it should be my non-comfort area, but I don't mind. I don't mind my tummy being out on show, it is what it is. I've had a baby, it jiggles a little bit now, but it's there and that's what it is. I am not uncomfortable with that part of my body, the part of my body I'm uncomfortable with is here. So, I like this, I think this is really nice. There is a slight issue though. First of all, I'm going to tell you that the strap on this one actually totally disconnects. It comes off, which is a really good feature because when I'm talking about not getting tan lines and strap lines and stuff, that just comes off completely. But it also fastens up and down. Can you see the little gold bit there? So you can make it tighter or looser to what you need it to be. So that's a nice feature as well. As I say, it has this nice kind of twisted bit on the front. I don't know if you're going to see it because it's black, but it has like a crossover of the fabric. The other thing that I find really nice about the Tesco stuff so far is the fact that it's got these little gold details. I'll show you the orange one actually. Can you see that there? It's got the gold detailing just here, which is really, really nice. And even on the back of the straps, like the little features, the gold stuff on the back, this one has F&F on the back as well, and on the back of the pants as well. This is the higher waist ones, but it also has a little gold detailing on the back, and it is the same on these two. And as I said, for me, this style where you can tie them, that's my pants there, right? But imagine, try and imagine, I'm gonna move my insulin pump again. This is like the style of them here. Now I probably would wear them where my pants are rather than have them up like that. But I prefer that. This is the size 14 as I say, and I can loosen them off a bit if I want or tighten them up a little bit. I feel like as well with this style, this cut here, they're just, yeah, my bum probably does have as much on show, but I just feel like with the other ones, it's like, it's tighter. And even though there's more maybe being covered on the back, it feels like there's like a digging in on the other ones, whereas these ones are quite loose and it just kind of goes over what I've got going on in the back anyway. So I do like these ones. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a keeper either because, as I said, this is the 36C. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see there that there's that much space, like almost my whole hand space. It's not getting too like fucking saucy for you there, but there's just, I am gaping at the front here. There's no, so even if I pull the girls up a little bit, that is gaping on the front there, like hugely so. It just looks like I'm wearing a bra that's too big for me. Can you see that? Far too big for me. So that's unfortunate because I actually do really like this one. It's just that the top is the wrong size. Maybe when I go back, they'll have the other size to swap and then maybe I'll keep it, but let's just keep going. That's the little Florence and Fred emblem there on the back of the black one. I'm hoping you can see that there. So next up I have this beautiful green coloured one. Again, these are pretty much the exact same briefs as the black ones that I've just tried on. So actually, and I got these in a 14 as well, sorry. So actually, is it a silver detail on these ones? Maybe silver on the green ones. But here's another, I feel like there's a fucking issue with every swimsuit. They didn't have this top in a 12, they only had it in a 14. But because it's much more of a classic style bikini that you can just like tie, I'm hoping that I'll get away with it. It should be all right. Again, if you are somebody with a fuller bust, then this might be your idea of a nightmare because there's not really any support with these kind of bikinis. But for me, not having very much going on in that department, these don't bother me. And I quite like that, again, it's straps that you can just kind of take off if you're not wanting to get tan lines, undo the back if you're lying on your front, etc. I actually for a very long time used to go topless, but see now I've got a wee one. I'm a little bit like, as he gets older, is he going to be like, why are you just lying about the buff? And you know what, actually, I probably shouldn't bother because, do you know what, all bodies, human bodies are wonderful things and I would like to teach him that. So maybe I will just continue to go topless. But I feel like as if now, getting up and maybe chasing a toddler, I want to have something on in this department. I used to lie about and sunbathe topless, but actually getting up and physically running with no top on, that's a different matter. Okay, so here is the green one. I have to say, even though this top is a 14, I do feel like I'm getting away with it. Like, it's okay. I've tied it a little bit tighter here and at the neck, and I've got enough coverage, I feel, on my chest. Like, I suppose the 12 would be less coverage, wouldn't it? But I feel like as well, the thing is you can actually slide the triangle parts along the lacing bit too. So if you wanted to do it like really wide, or if you wanted to have it a little bit closer together, that's an option as well. So actually, I like this style of a bikini for those options. But as I say, if you're someone who has a much larger chest than me, this might just be your idea of a nightmare. So I think actually the 14 in this is fine. I'd be happy to wear it. The briefs, as I say, exactly the same as the black ones, and something that I really enjoy. I like the tanga tie side. And actually what I was mentioning as well about the big pants, I like the big pants because they're not like, you know, the Love Island thong up the middle. But I feel like bigger pants kind of go a bit skinnier because they go higher waist, higher legged, higher thighed here almost. Whereas these ones are a little bit more, like there's a lot more going across the front. Maybe not here, but on the actual area that I want to be covered. It's like, I don't have to worry about having like Brazilian. I can just shave here, it's fine. There's more fabric in this area. I know that's a really classy shape to be doing, isn't it? But there's more fabric in that area, and that's what I want. So I actually feel like I just prefer this style of a brief. This shape of brief suits me a bit better. I feel it's more flattering on this area as well, because it's not digging in as much to these areas here. It's not drawing attention to this being my biggest area. I don't know if that's because there's more flesh on display, so it kind of takes up, maybe there's people looking at my tummy instead, I don't know. But I just feel like I am much more comfortable in this kind of bikini, which sounds fucking mad considering there's less fabric. But for me, wearing those other ones, I feel like it just doesn't feel like me. That's all I'm saying. I've just thought as well, I've not told you about pricing. So this one is remarkably cheaper than the other two kind of tops, because obviously they are bra style, proper underwired tops. So this one is £7. The briefs are all in the range of about £6 to £12, I want to say. But the two bra tops, one of them was 16 and one of them was 14, I think, the orange and the black one, whereas this is only 7. So actually this whole bikini is £14, which I think is remarkable, really good. And I think it is a good thick material. I know there is less fabric to it, but actually the bikini itself feels well made. I was just gonna get changed into the last bikini there from Tesco, and I realised some bugger, this is 12 here. And I looked at it and I thought, really? Some bugger put a size 6 bikini top on a 12 hanger. So this is never even, this won't even cover, might cover my chest, like my boobs, that's not the issue, but it's never going to go round my chest. It's never going to go round like the middle part of me. I will never in a million years get that fastened. Look at that, no way. So unfortunately I cannot try this one on, and I really, really liked it. I love the colour. It's got a nice like waffle texture going on to it as well, but I cannot try this one on because it is a size 6. And this is, how much is this one? 14? So this one is twice the price. I suppose it's probably because it's got like the gold detailing and the waffle fabric. It's got a little bit more going on as well with regards to, there's an actual like seam area on the bottom there. It's not just a string. So it's double the price of the green one. But again, a very similar like triangle shaped bikini. But unfortunately I cannot try it on. And this also had a pair of the kind of high-waisted style pants. But I don't think these ones, these don't look as high-waisted. Will we try these ones on? Okay, so no, these ones aren't as high-waisted. They're maybe like a, is it a mid-rise? They're like kind of in between like high-waisted and the style I kind of like. But again, then that causes me like, actually, it's then sitting on my tummy in an area that I just find a little bit, again, no. I just want it to be this shape. I just prefer this style of shape, and I would prefer it was like little nipped here. But the actual back of it and stuff is nice. And again, it's got that lovely waffle pattern. But this mid-rise shape here is a little odd for me. I'm not into that. Okay, so I've got one more bikini to try on, which is Primark. But just to give you a wee roundup of the Tesco stuff, the bra style tops are really, really nice. If I can go back and like the orange top that I really liked, I can get a brief in that colour that suits, or maybe even a bit of a mixy matchy. I'm not against that either, if you want to mix and match your bikinis. I do like to have the set and then mix and match them, but we'll see what happens. But if I can get a brief in the shape that I like, I would keep the orange one. Same goes for the black one. If I like the bra top, if I can get that in a 34C, then I would be intending to keep that as well. But if not, I'm just going to return them. This I'm going to return because I don't like the style of the bottoms and I can't even try on the yellow one. The green one I'm going to keep. I like the green one. So the last one I have is from Primark, and again, it's in this beautiful kind of khaki slash sage green almost. It's maybe like a forest green even. I think it looks a little bit more emerald on the camera, but it's not like bright like this, you know. This is definitely a nice kind of, I love this colour. Like khaki, green, a lot of the stuff that I picked up for a fashion kind of holiday haul are greeny as well. So I really like the colour of this. The briefs in this I think are going to be fine. I got them in a size 14 and they are that kind of shape that I like. But the top, I'm just a little dubious about this cut here because it's got a wired bit here, but it's not a wired bra. Do you know that way when it just ends up like flattening your boobs and everything looks a bit strange? I'm wondering if it's going to do that. Okay, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm genuinely shocked at how much I like this. This is really, really nice. I'm giving Primark all the stick for having like loads of fucking tiny thong fronted bikinis, but this is lovely. This is really nice. I really like the shape here, and it's kind of like a little bit sporty almost, but then this with the wired bit in it keeps it kind of stable and gives you a little bit of cleavage as well. Like, this is nice. This is really nice. The bottoms, as I say, they're just the kind of shape that I like, so I'm into that. I feel like the bum coverage as well is absolutely fine. Like, I've got enough going on there. I love the colour. It's also like a ribbed detail. I don't know if you're going to see that on the camera, but it does have like a little bit of a ribbing detail to it. I am genuinely taken aback with how much. I thought I was going to put this on and be like, fucking Primark, what are you all about? This is really nice. This is a really, really nice bikini. I am definitely keeping. That means I've got 2 green bikinis now. Oh my goodness. Right, I am definitely keeping this one. I know it was a Tesco haul, but fuck me, this is lovely. This is so nice. I love the cut of this. This is really, really, it's just so cool. It's like just a little different, and I just like it. Now, I should have said as well that the Primark bikini was £7 and £5, so £12 for the whole bikini. It doesn't have nice gold detail or anything, it's just a plastic clasp at the back, obviously. We know what we're getting when we're buying it from Primark, I'm not going to lie. It'll be interesting to see what it washes like. Like, is it going to last more than a holiday? We'll have to see about that. But out of all the bikinis in Primark, considering that was the only one I could find that I thought that's actually quite nice, that just goes to say a lot. But as for the Tesco ones, if you are interested in going and picking up some swimwear this year, I think there is lots of variations, and I have no doubt in my mind if you went in, you would find something for you. They had like tankini style stuff as well, so slightly more coverage. They also had, I think they had like modest ones as well for people who want to be more covered, like arms and legs and stuff as well. I've seen stuff like that, so they've got a really varied variety. They've got a wide variety of stuff over there at the moment. And I think as well, even like the yellow one with a little bit of waffle texture and the little touches of gold and stuff on, they're really nice quality. And I think, again, it depends on how it washes. Is it going to last more than one holiday? I would like to think they would. I'm not going to be able to tell you that until I come back from a holiday. But I think on the whole, they seem like they're really good made. The bras and stuff like that seem like they're really good, solid made stuff. So let me know if you are somebody who does have a larger chest and that's something you're specifically looking for and you've tried the Tesco range before for your bikinis, please comment below so other people know if it is any good for people with a fuller bust. But what I think I'm going to do is, I want that orange one. I really like the orange one, but I want to find a pair of bottoms that I like that match it. So maybe I'll go back and see that. I think I'll return the black one. Not because I don't like it. I like the style of the pant and the top was lovely, but it's just a black bikini, isn't it? So I feel like at this stage I would like something with more colour in it. The yellow one I'm just going to take back and the green one I'm going to keep. So that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful to you. Let me know if you're going away on holiday somewhere. Let me know places that you've tried to buy from. Lots of people were giving me lots of really good recommendations. But I have ordered from Cupshe as well, so there will be that review coming up soon. Hopefully it gets here before I have to go on my holiday. That's where we're going to end this video at the moment, and I will see you all again in the next one. Bye.